So guys, we are talking about the EDMX. Now you can see, as I told you in the last video, that these are the database objects, database tables, and we have got design of the tables in the entity framework. And all these designs of the table, do have its own model classes. So where is that one? If you go to this part and expand the OTT model, you will see there is a TT component, right? This one. Now you can see, if I talk about the CT design, then CT model class, right? With get and set property, it has been generated. So like this, you will get all the model class of all these objects under the entity framework. Now our target is that how we can write down the core SQL raw SQL queries in entity framework, because many people understands that we cannot write down the on SQL query as per our requirement into the entity framework. So today I'll show you that how we can write down our own query using entity framework. Just closing this. Now as I told you that I am using MVC application, so basically I am going to the controller part, and I have written it here that by using the entity framework we can write down our own customized SQL query by using three methods. One is the SQL query on database DB set, an SQL query on DB context, and SQL command on DB context, right? So if I talk about the DB set.sql query, so what is the DB set? DB set are the basically objects of the database context. Means, where is this one? I told you that if I go to the EDMX, there are two most important parts. One is the OTT model.tt, and second is the OTT model.context.tt. So OTT model.tt contains the all model classes, and OTT model.context will keep all the data set objects of the data tables. So if I expand, then you will see that there is the OTT model dot where is that one? Let you find out. EDMX, then going to this. Yeah, this is the entities. So you can see that CT has its own data set, DB set, countries DB set. So all tables are mapped with its own DB set. And this is a part of entities. Now as I told you that this is the DB set, you can see DB set.sql query means I will be writing SQL query on the DB set. And this is something where I will be writing SQL query on DB context database. Try to understand like this. So first I am taking an example of first how it will be done. So you need to do nothing. Just before writing we need to have instance of the DB context. So you can write down like this using where ctx is equal to new OTT entities, right? And here we want us to country data, right? So country is equal to, we can say that ctx dot country dot SQL query. So we can say that select all from country. Then to list we will have to convert, because this is MVC project. So right, COU and ROI, right? Now it's in breakpoint, so let me see that what will it return, right? And this will come into the breakpoint because we have given the breakpoint. Now just step into now just point on this, and we can see that we have got 4 rows. So you can see 2 China, 3 USA, right, 4 Sri Lanka. So all these records got picked, right? You can put where queries whatever you want as per your requirement. Now I hope that you got it. Hmm. Now let's see second point, how we can do it. The second point we will do also in a similar fashion. You will not see any big differences because it's also on the entities. So just copy and paste it, and this time also we will run on the context in the same way. Hmm. And the third one is for the insert, right? So how we can insert, let me write down the code. Now for the database query we will change the code, so we will use the same context in the same way. Okay, now we will just pick the data, so there will be bit different. So what will be the difference? We can say that on text or database, and there will be typecasting, right? We'll come to this point because if I explain this first then you will get confused. Hmm. I'll discuss it later. Third point, let me discuss third point of the execute SQL command. This is basically used for the insert, update and delete purpose. So you know that for the insert, update, delete we just get the number of rows getting affected. So just let me put, so what would be the one, my keypad is disturbing me. Save here ctx equal to new OTT entities, right? Then I want to know and record affected is equal to ctx dot database dot execute SQL command. What you want to execute, right? So I want to insert, so I'll say that insert into country CUNT or a country. Then better to specify columns name, so country ID and country name. Let me copy column names to avoid any kind of mistakes. So country ID and country name, right? Then we will say values will be what, so it's a string we can put inside this, and country is, there are 5 countries, right? So I'm saying that E06, sorry, C06, and country name will be India. We have given, I will give Afghanistan. What we will give here? Good. Afghanistan. Am I right? So it should work. Now let me execute and let me find out what is happening, what is going to happen. So what is going to happen? This will add one data, right? Nothing to be serious. A step over. Mm, mm, it's saying that cannot insert explicit values for the identity column in the data of. So the country ID is the identity column. We cannot insert data like this. Am I right? Am I right? Only we can put or insert data for the country's name. Yeah. Just step over. Yes. This time it should work. Yes. So it is done. Now just go to the database and just check it out. Yeah, it's coming. 1002 Afghanistan. So it got inserted. So guys, basically these are the ways how we can write down the SQL queries. These are your own queries you can write down in your fashion, in your way. Now I was discussing regarding the second point, that what is a DB context or database.sql query. Basically this will also allows you to write down our SQL queries, core SQL queries by your means as per your requirement. But we will see this one in the next video, as we have already spent a lot of times today. So just keep watching the next video, and please use to throw me questions so that also I can learn from you guys. Thank you.